Hello folks, welcome to the canal Channel Jose. Today we're gonna try and see if the igniter from a 93 to a 99 Toyota Celica fits and will make a 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel run. And this is what I'm talking about. This little thing, this is the igniter for the ignition, and we're gonna see if this guy makes the 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel run. It looks like they're the same, but sometimes pieces changes, but we're gonna try it. So we're gonna take it out from this 90. We're gonna be using a 93 to a 99 Celica, and we're gonna see if that fits on a 91 to a 94 Tercel. Well, we have taken it off from a Celica, so we're gonna try it on the Tercel and see if it plugs in and if it works, to see if they're compatible. So now folks, we're gonna try and see this igniter makes this Tercel run and if it works with it. So the parts numbers, they say that they're different, so we're gonna try and see if they can make this Tercel run. So as we're looking at the engine on the Tercel, the igniter for a 91 and 94 is right about this area, right above the master cylinder for the brake system and the clutch system. So this is it. So we're gonna expose this part. So this is the igniter. So this is what works with the distributor to make the distributor run. So we're gonna take this off and compare it to the Celica 93 to the 99 Celica, and we're gonna see the differences, and then we're gonna plug in the Celica and see if it works. So this is the igniter that we took off of the Tercel, and we're gonna compare it to the Celica, and the numbers is Toyota CHD1 174 for the Tercel. So those two numbers change, and then the rest are all the same except for this number right here, the 1744. This is 1743. So we're gonna, that's another difference. So we're gonna try the Celica on the Tercel and see if it'll make this engine run. So we got two different igniters from two different Celicas. This one is from one Celica and this is from another Celica, but this one is a 1743, just like the Tercel, and this is a 1744. So both of these are CHD1, but one is a 1743 and then the other one is a 1744. This one is just like the Tercel except for the 174 as well. So we're gonna see these two from the two different Celicas make this Tercel run. So in case one doesn't work, we'll try the different one. So now that we compare the differences, we're gonna put the original that the Tercel had back in the firewall, and then we're gonna plug in the actual plug that goes here into the igniter, and then we're gonna plug ground to it so it's grounded. So we're gonna put the original back in, and then we're gonna start working with these other ones. So we have plugged in one of the igniters from a Celica, the CHD1, and this is the 1744, and we're gonna see once it's plugged in and grounded and see if the engine turns on. So as we can see, this Toyota Celica igniter makes this Tercel run, and this is a different motor, but the igniter makes this Tercel run. This is at the CHD1 part number, and the one in the Tercel is at 174. So this one does makes this Tercel run. So now let's press the gas, and it's running normal. So we have compared one igniter from one Tercel to the Celica we're gonna try the second igniter, and I want to show you something, that this igniter needs ground to run. If we unplug it from the ground, this is gonna stop working and the distributor is not gonna get signal. So wanna show you that, because we're using the igniter from the Celica right now. We plugged it in, and to provide it ground, we have it wired up this way to the frame of the car instead of being bolted on. That's the original from the Tercel. So let's unplug the ground. And you'll see that it's gonna turn off. You saw that? So we plug it in, and that's why it needs ground as well. So now we have tried an igniter, which is the 1744, but is the Celica CHD1, and we're gonna try the 1743 CHD1, and we're gonna swap it to this one. We're gonna plug it into the harness, ground it, and see if this one works as well, if it makes the Tercel run as well. So this is trying different cars igniters into the Tercel. So now we have swapped to the second igniter of another Toyota Celica, and see, now we know that that one worked, and this was the 1744. Now we got a 1743 in there, and we're gonna see if that one works as well, and that's from a Celica as well, and we're making a Toyota Tercel run off of those two igniters. Let's see if it works again. So we have tried two different igniters on this Toyota Tercel, and they make this engine work just like the original one. So I don't see any difference. The engine doesn't shake, doesn't make any difference, because the timing and the spark is being delivered to the cylinders, and those two are doing the job just like the original one from the Tercel. So even if the part number changes, the igniter still works the same. So basically, as turning on and running is doing its job. So if in case you run out, or that one burns out or something happens, you can find at the Toyota Celica, get one out of the 93 to the 99 and throw it in your car, and it will make your Tercel run from a 91 to a 94. But for this Toyota Tercel, these two, all three work the same, even if there's different part numbers. I wanted to verify it on that. So as you can see, the engine's still running, and that's a Celica igniter running this engine right now. And well, folks, in conclusion, we want to say that these igniters from a Celica work just fine in a Toyota Tercel. And these igniters are from a 93 to a 99 Toyota Celica, and they work on this 91 to 94 Toyota Tercel. So one thing I can say, if they're not well grounded, they're not going to work. So that's one thing. So make sure that if your car doesn't start, you want to check that too, if there's good ground to that piece, the igniter. So if this guy doesn't receive good grounding, it's not going to send signal to your distributor. Sometimes that's why you don't get no spark and your car won't start. And like I said, that 93 to a 99 Toyota Celica, they plug in the same as the Tercel from a 91 to a 94. So if the 95 to a 99 Toyota Tercel plug in the same, we're gonna try it out, and we're gonna let you guys know if it works. So with that said, these igniters work. So if you're looking for an igniter for your 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel, and you can find one in a junkyard or in a place, you can get one from a Celica, from a 93 to a 99 Celica, and it's gonna work just fine. This is what we experience here. So hopefully this info was useful, and you can use some of this to your new project, and we'll see you soon with more videos here en el canal El Chano Jose.